What's up, guys? It's your boy Ron, and today I'm going to be talking about the Knicks and what they have done to the last couple of days. I'm going to be talking about Allonzo Trier and how he got waived off. Also, I'm going to be talking about the same thing for Kaddem Allen, so both of them are going to kind of be together as I'm going to be talking about it. And also, I'm going to be talking about Stephan Murbury, former Knick, and how he criticized about this whole entire front staff of, the Knicks. So let's get right to it. I just want to talk about, Allonzo Trier's wave, and also that goes for the same with Kaddem Allen. So, I'm gonna cut this really short because it's really hot out here, and so yeah. So Allonzo Trier got waived off. I believe it was like last week, around maybe it was like Wednesday or Thursday, somewhere around that. He averaged pretty good with us since we got him a couple of years ago. He was a really good player. Defensively and offensively, he killed it. He wasn't the best player that he could be, but when it would come to the offensive, plays, he would be the best. He would cut the game short, cut it close, and we would just need his help. And pretty much we would be thankful for this guy, because if it wasn't for Allonzo Trier and what happened to that NBA draft right after what happened, and he didn't get drafted that year. I forgot what year was it. I think it was last year or the year before that, with Nilikina. So yeah, but we didn't draft him. He was undrafted, and we were like, hey, listen, this kid is good. Let's see what he's got, and yeah, we're gonna play him. So we decided to put him against the Atlanta Hawks, and he played pretty well. Just kept on the pace, and pretty much we kept him for the whole entire season. And as he played with us with Chris, like at the time it was with Kristaps, Ntilikina, all these guys, Kyle O'Quinn, those type of guys. He adjusted pretty fast. But when Kevin Knox and Mitch came, that's when the chaos just came to New York, and Kristaps wanted out and all that. But we're not talking about Kristaps. We're talking about how Alonzo got much better and better. So he played, and it was basically the same exact thing. The guy was one of the best players that you could ever watch. I'm not saying the greatest players, but I'm saying the best players, because he was the best on the team. Now, today, when we're looking at the roster, we're like, listen, man, you did a great job. Really appreciate you, but we need a ton of more skill, and we feel like we need a little change. So, we decided to waive him off, and that was for the same with Allen. We didn't use enough for Kaddem Allen. Kaddem Allen was more like, okay, if someone's gonna get injured, we're gonna use him. So you know what I mean? And it was like a back and forth situation. So, but with Alonzo, he was just our he was our young Jedi. He was like, do you need my help? I'm coming on the court. Like, this guy's injured? I got your back. So he would be like that young Jedi who would come to the rescue and put those 3-pointers, put that slam dunk. So, like, even if we would come to a loss or win, he would play his all. Because he wouldn't care whether we lost the game or we won the game. All he cared was that we gave it all, we tried our best, and that's it. We move on to the next game. Like I said before, guys, Alonzo just gave it all, and if you heard what I said before, he was like our knight. A knight comes and saved the day, for, the team, and that's what he did every single night. So, and for Hakeem, he was quite the same thing, but he was like, you know what, I play in the G League, if they call me up, they call me up to help whoever's injured, and I got their back, so he wasn't really a player that was like, okay, I'm coming to the rescue, just like for the preseason and all that, but he was also a really good player. So, that's my take on what I have to say about Allonzo and Hakeem. And the two players that we got back is Theo, I forgot his last name, but Theo from Brooklyn, and a two-way player from Phoenix, Arizona. So, I forgot his name, but but we got those two players from two different teams. One that the guy from Phoenix, he has a two-way contract. I forgot his name, but I'll probably link it down below, or probably mention it right over here. Probably pull up a picture. That's my take on what I have to say about Alonzo and Hakeem. So, but coming up next on the show is Stephan Murbury's message to the Knicks and what he has to say about Leon Rose and World Wide West. So I hope you enjoy this segment, and it's going to be me from later on. So I'll see you guys later. Peace. I'm back from outside. So, like I said while I was outside in the steaming hot weather, I said that I was going to be talking about Stephan Murbury and how he ran his mouth like this.
At New York Knicks, did you really just now bring worldwide sucker to the New York Knicks? And I ain't talking about a sucker like the sucker we call a sucker. Really? You brought this dude here? Why? I'm a real New York Knicks fan. I've been a New York Knicks fan since I was a spit. Come on, Dolan, man. You gotta be kidding me, man. You brought this dude here? Really? What's going on, man? It's gotta be an explanation. Not him. Out of all people, you bring this dude here? You bring him to NYC? To New York? He don't got no credibility here. Nah.
So, that's how he spoke. He said he spoke about World Wide West and that he was a spit. Can I hold off for just a sec, because Stephan Murbury, I'm a diehard Knicks fan too, right? But let me get this straight. You do realize that when you talked about James Dolan and how he hired Leon Rose, and then from there, Leon Rose hired World Wide Wes. That's today. When you were playing, he did horrible things when you were playing. First of all, you, as a player, you had Isaiah Thomas, a NBA champ. Second of all, you guys we were a horrible team back when we had Isaiah Thomas, which you actually played for. And yeah, I don't know if it was Mike or or Isaiah, but yeah. So while you played for the Knicks, which was us, while you played for us, we sucked. And you were in that team playing for James Dolan, which he owns this team. So let me tell you, I don't care how long you have been being a diehard Knicks fan. Even if you were a spit or if you were a little child. Because let me tell you now, you're missing a lot of things here in New York. Because you're probably coaching in China with some team, and I get it, you're a head coach in China. Congratulations, you probably won a championship. Good for you. But let me refresh your memory. You played for us. At the time, the Knicks, my favorite team too, so it's not you that's being left out too. We sucked while you played for Isaiah Thomas and the Knicks, which is also my favorite team. So, first of all, if the New York Knicks are your favorite team, don't I don't get it with you, my man. So you say that you said that you're a diehard Knicks fan since you were a spit. You said that was the worst hiring that you ever seen, and yet again, we do have the worst owner of all franchise in sports history. But let me tell you this. James Dolan is a child. Okay, Steph? So, Stephan Murbury, you could say what you want to say, but at the end of the day, we have to shut the fuck up. Because at the same time, if we say something, he's gonna be such a little pussy to say, "Oh, you hurt my feelings. Get out of the arena. Do you want to watch the games at home? Yeah, get out." Because that's what he did to one of the fans, and I can actually show you the video right over here. So, if you have any complaints, yo, my boy, Steph, I get you. I get where you're coming from. But first of all, that wasn't a horrible signing. That was actually the best signing. James Dolan actually woke the fuck up. Luckily, his brain worked like an adult and not like a child. Let me tell you something from my perspective. James Dolan is like, since I'm Jewish, he's like a little 13-year-old boy who has a bar mitzvah and spends his money over jack shit because he makes one of the worst hirings of all time. He did it with Phil Jackson,
and he fucked it up. He fired Steve Mills. That was a good firing. And now you're telling me that hiring Leon Rose was the worst? I mean, come on, man. Come on. I don't get it. Listen. At this point, I don't want to say I agree to disagree with you, but let me get this straight. So, what you are telling me is that hiring Leon Rose and then Leon Rose hires Worldwide West is the worst. Yo, Steph, you're fucked. Your head is fucked up. I don't know what you've been doing in China for the last couple of weeks, months, but let me tell you this. What you have been missing here was change. I don't know if you've been watching the games, the rosters, anything. If you watch it on YouTube and you want to quit, as far as I'm concerned, if you have a problem, go be with Michael Report. He lives in New York. He has the same issue. He doesn't know what to do. And I get where he's coming from. But at this point, it's like, what are we supposed to do? Because if we open our mouths, share our opinions with James Dolan and tell him to sell out, he's going to be such a pussy to say, oh, you said something mean to me. You're going to go home and watch the games. That's what we have to deal with. I get it. You're totally right. But our owner is such a kid. He's a 13-year-old. As a Jewish perspective, he's a 13-year-old bar mitzvah kid who gets his money and spends it on jack shit. So as far as I'm concerned, when you come back here to New York, go hang out with Michael Report. You know what? He's a free agent, and he says, I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm going to throw my head away, and that's it. Blah, 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 blah. If you want to be just like him, be just like him. But I'm keeping my hat on. I'm keeping my support. I'm going to be loyal to the Knicks because, first of all, I've supported this team from day one, and I'm going to keep on going till I die, until I lay down with my grave. And if you can't hold it that long, I'm sorry, brother. As much as I have a lot of respect for you as a player who played for the Knicks, what you just said was effed up, was fucked up. Because you played for the team, I don't want to say we trusted you, because first of all, you're a player, but it's people kind of like you that say, oh yeah, the Knicks are the worst team today. Yes, they're right, but we are trying to build this team back to the top. And I'm sick and tired of those old sayings that we used to say. Oh, it's the process. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're trying to rebuild. Oh, it's the process. No. That's over. That jack shit is over. If you have a problem with Leon Rose and Worldwide West, like we say in Hebrew, put your head and bump it on the wall. Because as far as I'm concerned, this was one of the worst videos that I've ever seen from you. Because the last video I saw, something like that, was with Michael Report. And he said the same exact thing. Oh, you guys don't get anymore. First they fired David Fizdale. David Fizdale wasn't even... What? The guy wasn't even good. I mean, if we were to keep Kristaps and Timmy Shimmy and all of these guys, we would have been good. But you know whose fault was that? That was Steve Mill and Scott Perry. I get it. It's their fault too. They fucked it up big time. Now, Scott Perry has a 1-year contract. If Leon doesn't like that, I have a good feeling that he's going to fire him too. And you know what? If you're right, I want to play a one-on-one game with you. I don't care where in New York. I want to play some street ball with you. Heck, if you beat my ass, I'll do whatever you want me to tell. Whatever you tell me to do, I'll do it for you. But if I win the game of one-on-one in NYC during street ball, I'm gonna beat your ass. But with all due respect, because you played for the Knicks. There, I said it. I'm sick and tired of it. Anyways, guys, this was my reaction to what Stephan Murbury had to say to the Knicks. I hope you guys enjoyed this horrible, or not horrible, but pretty decent reaction, and I hope you enjoy your July. Happy 4th of July. And you know, the NBA is back July 31st. So if you're watching those games, you know, hop on in. You know, I mean, I'm of course I'm gonna watch it, even though the Knicks are not playing it. So you know, but anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I know this is a little bit new to you, and it's not episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I hope you enjoyed this video of some like Knicks takes and Knicks news, whatever I call it. And yeah. So anyways, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, share this, and peace. What's up, guys? It's William Rowe. I hope you enjoyed the show. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And also, make sure to check out some of my other videos. Anyways, guys, peace.